What's up, my dudes?
Pro racing in Supercross 3. So just letting you guys know, I am actually going to be making my own Spencer Turley team for Supercross 3. And if any of you guys are interested in getting on that or trying out for that, or just wanting to get on there and ride for fun with us when we get on there every night, all you got to do is DM me on Instagram at Spencer Turley, no spaces and no capital letters, and I will get you in my Discord. I'll put you in the team tryouts, and then all you got to do is come in there and ride with us and get in there and voice chat, and then that's how you actually get on the team. I know I made a MX Simulator team like 6 months ago. That game's going through the absolute shithole, specifically in the pro racing side of it right now. So it's giving me some time to do other things. But I always, the goal from the very beginning, making this whole Spencer Turley team thing, right? It was to make it to where I could have it on any game. That was really the main goal. I know a lot of people kind of got it in their head like it was an MX Simulator only team kind of thing, but that was never the goal for it. It was really supposed to be a team for anything and everything, kind of turn into this like big mecha team type thing. That's really what it was meant to be from the very beginning, and it just so happens that Supercross 3 turned out to be a lot more skill gap than the first two Supercross games, a lot more of a actual like want for me to potentially have a pro racing team and all that kind of thing to this game. So it just so happened to be, there's that skill gap, there's that replayability, there's that where you can actually separate yourself in this game. So, and I'm actually still really interested in playing this game, even a week and a half after the games came out. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know I definitely am starting a Supercross 3 Spencer Turley team. And as long as you DM me on Insta, I will get you in the Discord. Even if you don't want to be on the team, you can still get on there and just have fun with us. And that's the thing I'm trying to explain with this. My Spencer Turley team is really more of it's trying to get a group of guys to get on there and play and, kind of build a friendship, brotherhood style thing. It's not going to turn into a frat, I promise, but not some like crazy secret society, you know what I'm saying, dog? Them get crazy out there, bro. But, it's not just like some people get it in their head, my Spencer Turley team is like trying to just be a pro-only team, and it was never that, even from the very beginning with MX Simulator. Like I said, I accept anybody skill level wise on my team. You just got to be a cool dude. You got to be, jiving with us on there. That's really all it comes down to. And it's the same way with my little Supercross 3 team that I'm going to have. You don't have to be like wanting to pro race or be super fast in the game or whatever. We're just trying to get more people on there to play and hang out and have fun and kind of, build a little community. That's really what my Spencer Turley team was supposed to be about from the very beginning. So just letting you guys know, it's not just like a pro-only team thing. But okay, so moving into the second part of this video, talking about this whole pro scene and pro side of Supercross 3. So if you guys didn't know, the first DMR race, I think, was actually last night. And I haven't really gotten into the DMR racing. I know it was fairly big, like in the first Supercross game, if I'm not mistaken. I know, Donut, Scooty, they're pretty big into that shit. I haven't really gotten into it very deep. So I don't know, like, the ins and outs of it. I don't know too much about it yet. But it's interesting because with Supercross 3, I really feel like this game has so much more potential to have that sort of pro scene, not just because of all the, the better online dedicated servers and all this other stuff that really goes into that, as far as like, the race director, all this other stuff. They put a lot into this game to make more of a pro racing esports style scene. And not only that, but I just think the gameplay itself, the skill gap itself, the ability to separate yourself from other people and really create more of that, top 5% tier of people in the game really separated from everybody else, that is going to make more of a pro racing top vibe and scene to this game on top of everything else, because it's actually got the skill gap. And I heard that the DMR racing in the first two games didn't even have collision on. That is actually insane. I can't believe they would ever actually have pro racing without collisions, but for whatever reason, in the first 2 Supercross games, there was something like the connectivity or the collision, something was to the point to where in the DMR series, they had to run it without collisions, which basically meant you were all just sitting there running hot laps and never running into anybody. It's like basically not even actually racing. But I think with this DMR series on Supercross 3, they are actually running collisions with it, so you're actually racing. It's nice to see that, you know. So and I only think it's going to get more and more of a thing once we go to Supercross 4 and Supercross 5. This whole, like, you know, arcade milestone pro race scene, Supercross pro race scene thing. I only think it's going to get more and more. The more these games get kind of skill gappy, the more these physics advance. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was a little bit pointless to have a pro race scene in games like those first 2 Supercross games, just because the lack of skill gap and the lack of really being able to separate yourself and the lack of overall inertia to the bike, and like just super arcadey and no collisions in the pro racing. It just seemed kind of pointless to me. But now with this Supercross 3 having all this more skill gap, bigger lines, all this other stuff, race director, better online servers, all this stuff, it's really intrigued me into, you know, making this team for Supercross 3 and getting all this going. And I might potentially race in a couple of these pro races just for the shits and giggles, just to have a little bit of fun on it. I don't know. I haven't really, you know, sat down and taken this game that serious yet, so I'm not going to, like, underestimate my opponents. I don't give a shit if I'm a sim player or not. I'm not going to hop in there and try to, you know, pro race in this game without really, like, taking it a little more serious. So I might do that depending on how this team sort of shapes out and stuff, but I'm not going to, you know, it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, I'm a sim player, I can just go in there and smoke everybody. Like, I know when dudes get to sweating on some of these arcade motocross games, it ain't no joke, dog. Like, you got to know these tracks, you got to know these lines, you got to know these setups, and even more so in a game like this than the first 2 Supercross games, because like I've been saying this whole time, this extra skill gap and all this extra stuff and the setups mattering and the bike, you know, the type of bike you're on really mattering, and the inertia to everything, and the seat bouncing system, and all this kind of stuff, and the leaning and the cornering and all that being a lot more skill gap than the first 2 Supercross games. It's really making it to where I'm going to have to really, like, figure out and fully learn this game before I go in there and run any of the DMR pro races or anything like that. But I think it's really cool, and, you know, it's just something I've been wanting to do. Wanted to come in there and kind of explain that. Just think it could only help the game grow. I really hope at some point we can get the full gate of online races in this game, where it's like not just 13 people, but the full-blown like 20. I think it would get a little hectic if you did the full 22 like in real life in an arcade game like this with these little, you know, kind of more one-to-one scale style tracks. But I certainly think if you had, you know, the full-blown 20 people on a gate, if Milestone could somehow make that work, then it would really pop off like that. But obviously I'm doing this whole team thing on PC, so if you're like a console player on this, I apologize, but that's where we're at, dog. You know, we're playing this game on PC. We're getting on every night on PC. I go in there, make a Spencer Turley server on there. I just think it'd be fun to, you know, kind of build a community, build a little pro race team, get everything going, get some Galaxy vibes going. You know, we got the Galaxy gear in the game, the Thor Galaxy gear. We got a Space Boy butt patch. I don't really know what we're going to do, like, as far as the bike graphics and stuff like that. I need to download that Pay 2021 mod, whatever the hell, where you can actually get a Monster Energy helmet in the game. That's probably what we'll end up running as the helmet. So, yeah, a couple little cool things we're probably going to do like that, but it'd be fun to get some of you guys in some videos. And, you know, it's like building, I don't want to sound weird by saying this, but it's, you know, you build a relationship with people, and then you get connections that way. And then you know, I think it's really important for me to not be so like to myself. And, you know, that was the whole point in making even the MX Simulator team from the very beginning, which is still going on strong, by the way. And if you want to get on that, if you want to be a part of the MX Simulator team, DM me on Instagram, and I'll get you in, get you in the Discord that way and get you in team tryouts. It's all the same team. It's all the same team tryouts, whether or not you're trying to get on the Supercross 3 team or the MX Simulator team. Just letting you know, and I'm still getting on there playing MX Simulator every night. That's what I've been doing. I've been getting on there playing like an hour of MX Simulator on the 17 tracks because those new ones fucking suck. And then I've been getting on Supercross 3 and playing with everybody for like an hour after that. So I've been kind of doing a little bit of sim, a little bit of Supercross 3 every night. So whether or not you're trying to apply for the Supercross 3 team or this team, doesn't matter. I'm still going to be on both games every night. So yeah, man, just come be a part of it, whether or not you're wanting to actually pro race in the game or not. If you're a cool dude, I'll let you on the team, man. That's really all it comes down to. You just got to get in there consistently enough to have me really figure out like what's going on with you, and then I'll get you on the team that way. But yeah, I just think it's important for me to come in here and, you know, kind of be a part of the community in a way. That's kind of like what it's all about, trying to make like a Moto Mecha team, right? I've been wanting to do this forever. A lot of people had that idea. It was just a MX Simulator only team. No, dog. This is going to expand way, way beyond this, dude. This is like a real Spencer Turley, like any kind of game team type thing. You know what I'm saying? That's more of the vibe of what this is here. So just trying to expand it, just trying to grow it. But like I said, DM me on Instagram at Spencer Turley, no spaces and no capital letters, and I will get you in the Discord. We'll get you in there. Yeah, either way. Just wanted to come in here and kind of talk about the pro racing. I don't really know what all went down with the DMR race last night. I'm not really sure. I know they're starting this DMR racing really quickly after this game has came out, I guess, so people don't really like learn every track super, super hardcore. Man, that's pretty quick to be running pro racing, but you know, you can even expand past that too. You can go to like make your own pro race series where it's like all of the, you know, the fluffy dude that's made all the 2020 replica tracks, custom replica tracks. You could have a pro race series on that. So it's like an actual 2020 pro racing series in Supercross 3. A lot of different stuff you could do here. So I'm really excited to see the future of it. I like to get in there and bounce ideas off everybody and talk in Discord and have a good time playing the game. You know, that's really what my team's going to be all about. So either way, hit me up on Insta, and I'll get you in the Discord, boys. Appreciate all the support. Later, dudes.